Yo, we kicking off the scene. The vibe is electric. The soul G so bounces. Feel the flow is hectic. A kung fu heat brew. We got moves that'll stun. Watch as we rise under the spotlight we run. Step into the dojo where legends come alive. Soul G, we ignite with the heat that we bring. Kung fu kicks to the beat. Hear the city sing. Brew vibes breaking chains. We won't stop. Together we climb to the lyrical top. Energy in every bar that I spit. Kung fu flowing like the rhythm in my grit. We harness the power of the streets, feel the pulse. Mountaintops, wisdom in the shadows, we convulse. Step back, witness, this is where we thrive. Soul G, we ignite with the heat that we bring. Kung fu kicks to
for someone just like you, make me feel the way you do. Right on, keep on doing it. 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 And I think for someone just like you, make me feel the way you do. Right on, keep on doing it. Right on, keep on.
yeah. Step into the spotlight. Gather round. The Soul G show where the vibes sound. Like flash crowds, scream, hearts racing fast. As hype trains rolling, you know we having a blast. Coming live from the studio, energy high. Every segment lit, watch the sparks fly. Guests in the building got stories to tell. Laughter echoes loud, like we under a spell. Tune in tonight, you know we about to rise. This is just a taste, man, open your eyes. It's the Soul G show, where the fun never ends. Turn up the volume, make some noise, my friends. From the hottest trends to the craziest games. In this wild world, we are changing the frames.
Almighty, this is Stewie, boy.
What up, everybody? Y'all know what time it is, man. It's another Monday. It's time for the Saul G Show. Y'all know what time it is, man. I'm your host, the Kung Fu Hebrew, Saul G. Y'all know what time it is, man. A lot of stuff to talk about tonight. Not really a lot to talk about. I'll take that back. But I got some announcements. You know, a little. What do they call it? Housekeeping to take care of. Because if you tuned into the show about 2 weeks ago, I did. The whole show, BBL ruined my marriage. So I was ready to, you know, like they say, let bygones be bygones and just let it drift off into the ether. But yeah, got to do a part two because I I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. This I gotta be on camera. It's getting ridiculous. That's the only way I can explain it. Like, what you're gonna see on Wednesday is borderline insane. It is, I mean, it is like what you're going to see. And then this is what I want everybody to see. Because I remember I had a conversation with this one young lady, and she said, why am I trying to make her look bad? Why am I trying to, whatever? She's not going on the internet. Well, first of all, you couldn't go on the internet to expose me because there's nothing to expose, right? Secondly, it's because it's one thing to cheat. It's one thing to, how can I put this lightly? It's one thing to entertain people who you might be interested in. It's one thing. It's a whole nother story, which y'all about to see on Wednesday. Like, I'm cool. You understand what I'm saying? This is kind of like the, what was that? Was that Kevin Hart or Chris Rock that said, laugh at my pain? But like, it's just funny to me at this point. Like, I don't feel any real type of way because it's almost like it's so bad that it's just basically unbelievable. But I'll talk a little bit more about that a little bit later. Also, intro that was done completely with AI. So I'm trying to get some of this copyright stuff out of here and get that lint off me. There we go. But yeah, man, let's get into this Big Ball Energy new song. So this shit had no copyright on it, but let's see.
Yo, we're back on the same time to rise and shine. Big Ball Energy where the stars align. Sports talk, real talk, yeah, we grind. Dive into the game like it's the last time. It's a slam dunk, turning passion into play. From the courts to the fields, we're leading the way. Talk stats, hot takes, bringing fire to the fray. Big Ball Energy, yeah, that's how we sway. Feel the rhythm of the game, it's our heartbeat. We got big ball energy, making waves in the game. With every single heartbeat, fueled in the flame. From the roar of the crowd to the players we name. This is our domain and we're taking our aim.
All right. So let's get into this Big Ball Energy, man. Like I said, I got some things to get into, not too much to get into, but let's just get into it real quick. First thing I want to start off with is a little NFL news, so we'll go through that. Preseason, man. JJ McCarthy is out for the season. I believe he had a torn meniscus. So if y'all watched the show last week, he was by far the best quarterback that I had seen in the preseason. However, it just didn't work out for him. So, yeah, torn meniscus, man. This is football, man. So, pretty much at any point in time, your season or your career could be ended on one play. So, that's what's up. So, shout out to everybody in the Big Ball Energy Fantasy League. We're gonna be getting that cranked up. So I'll be doing a live draft for that here in about the next couple of weeks. But I also just wanted to say that I don't know, it's gonna be very interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because it's my first time being over a league. So we're gonna see how that goes. $500 is gonna go to the winner. So shout out to everybody in the Big Ball Energy League. Let's see. But this is the reason why I want to wait till like the weekend before the regular season starts, because it's football, so injuries happen. So I would have hated for somebody to have had JJ McCarthy on their team, and then they would have just basically had to get rid of him or put him. I mean, he's gonna be on IR, so you couldn't even use him the whole season. So it is what it is. Good evening, everybody checking in. I see sis and everybody checking in, man. Shout out to y'all coming through tonight. Let me get that Big Ball Energy playing in the background, since I do got to.
We're back on the same time to rise and shine. Big Ball Energy with the stars align.
All right, put that back yonder somewhere. There we go. All right. So JJ McCarthy is out for the season. Let's see what else we got for Big Ball Energy. No starter named in Pittsburgh, man. Russell Wilson had a calf injury. He was supposed to be the starter. Mike Tomlin had said originally during the summer there was no quarterback controversy or there was no quarterback competition. He said that, Russell Wilson will be the starter. And ever since he had the calf injury, Justin Fields has been getting more reps, even though Russell Wilson started the last one. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. That's it. Loud. I don't know if that music is too loud. But anyway, so now there's like a quarterback competition. And I think it, even though I'm already biased, but y'all know I think it should go to Justin Fields because what Russell Wilson is right now, if he's got a strained calf, he can't move. Their offensive line can't protect anybody. So it would be a waste of, a body to go ahead and, put Russell Wilson back there. You're going to have Sierra really saying Sierra's prayer if they can't protect him. You know what I mean? So she better be saying the Sierra's prayer for protection right now. But I think Fields should be the starter, even though if he does start, I don't think it's going to help because the offensive line is terrible. So let's keep going. The Falcons, man, signed all-pro pass rusher Matthew Judon. Something the Falcons have been trying to get right for years now. We haven't had a great pass rush since we went to the Super Bowl with Chuck Smith and Lester Archambault and people like that. So hopefully Matthew Judon can help get us a pass rush. That would be great. But he's coming from the Patriots. I don't know why he left the Patriots to come to the Falcons. I hope winning was not a part of his reasoning. But Matthew Judon, man, welcome to Atlanta. And let me see. Oh, yeah. And then the other thing that I'm going to do for my big ball energy, I'm just going to do my little college football preview real quick. So let me get Matthew Judon off the screen. All right, man. So real quick, I'm just going to go through my predictions for college football. I'm going to get to the Heisman winner, who's going to make the 12 spots for the playoffs, and the top 3 teams from, to me, the only divisions that matter now since the Pac-12 only has 2 teams. So I'm only going to do the ACC, the Big 12. Wait, I'm sorry. 4 that matter. Big 12, ACC, Big 10, and the SEC. So if you're in the Sun Belt or the MAC, I apologize. It's just, it is what it is. So first, let's start with the Big 10. If you didn't know, the Big 10 added on some new teams from what was formerly the Pac-12. They added on the University of Washington, the University of Oregon, Southern Cal, and UCLA. So they added on 4 teams. So it's it's still the Big 10, but it's clearly more than 10 teams there. And I've got the top teams being Oregon, Ohio State, and Penn State. Some people would say, well, why not Michigan? I just don't know how good they're going to be. They lost J.J. McCarthy. They lost a lot of people last year. New coach. Just going to have to wait and see. The SEC, they added on Oklahoma and Texas this year. So they're going to, they've been the toughest in football for a while now. But adding Oklahoma and Texas just even further solidified it. So I'm saying the top 3 out of the SEC are going to be UGA, Texas, and the University of Alabama. All right, now the ACC, the top 3 are going to be Clemson, Florida State, and the University of North Carolina. You still got Notre Dame playing with the ACC for football, but I don't know how good Notre Dame's going to be this year, and I wouldn't put them. They could technically get one of my at-large bids, and now that I'm looking at it, I just realized I did not do a Big 12. But I will just talk through it while I got this up on the screen. But actually, I'll get to that when I get to who's going to make the playoffs. All right, so the playoffs. I got, in no particular order, Utah, which is in the Big 12 now. So I think either them or Oklahoma State are going to win the Big 12 this year. So those are going to be my top 2 in the Big 12. Clemson and Florida State out the ACC. I feel like the Big 12 and the ACC will probably maybe get 2 teams in. I think the SEC will get 4. I think the Big 12 the Big 10 will get 3. And there'll be some random teams. So my 2 random teams are Tulane and James Madison to make the playoffs. Then, like I said, out of the Big 10, I got Oregon going, Ohio State, and Penn State. Out of the SEC, I got LSU, Texas, Alabama, Georgia. Out of the ACC, I got Florida State and Clemson. And like I said, out of the Big 12, I got Okie State and Utah. And then your two randoms, Tulane and James Madison. And I got the Heisman going to Dylan Gabriel of the University of Oregon, who right now is the betting favorite to win the Heisman. So that's going to do it for Big Ball Energy. So just let me get to a couple of these other topics. Like I said, this isn't going to be a long show because I definitely got to get ready for the show on Wednesday. So let's get into that real quick. But real quick, I told you I only was going to talk about politics if it was funny. So I'm a little late, but hotties for Harris. I know y'all probably saw Megan Thee Stallion perform. And yeah, there's shirts that you can buy, hotties for Harris, if you know you want to support the vice president who's running for president right now. I've seen them, the hotties for Harris t-shirts, but apparently I don't know if they're gonna be bringing in people like Megan Thee Stallion, Glorilla. I don't know who else they're trying to bring in, but I guess they're gonna be having like some concerts / rallies. So yeah. I mean, we're going. I mean, I guess it's better than Kid Rock at the Trump rally, but I don't know, man. I don't think this is a good reason to vote. If you're voting because Megan Thee Stallion gets up on stage and perform the same way, if you're voting because Kid Rock or whatever country western star they want to have at the Trump rallies gets on stage and perform, that's just terrible. So. Yeah, man. So that's hotties for Harris, man. So y'all can check out the video. Allegedly, it had a lot of conservatives upset. I don't know why. Probably because it was anything black, I guess. I don't know. Conservatives seem to get mad at black stuff, and then they wonder why, don't that many black people vote Republican. It's like, well, if y'all would quit getting mad at black stuff, maybe more people would vote. But it's just like, you can't just get mad and start going in on Megan Thee Stallion because I mean, I guess she's for Harris, obviously, but I mean, you can't just get mad and you want to start bringing up WAP and she's not a great role model, and it's like, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? But anyway, like I said, I'm not gonna get too deep into politics, man. But let's get into it. Make sure on Wednesday, man, y'all tune in, man. Part 2, expose how BBL ruined my marriage. Part 2. And this time I'm bringing all the receipts. Right? I'm not going to necessarily tell you how I'm bringing all the receipts because, could be people watching. Can't let them know, Can't let them know everything up front. You know what I'm saying? So just know I will have page upon page of receipts. And this time, it's no excuses. It's no excuses like we kept getting in the chat. What were we getting? Oh, we were separated. That's not her talking. Whatever ridiculous excuses. What you're gonna see on Wednesday, there is no like I said, there's no justification at all for what was done, what is still being done, like right now. And it's just like at a certain point, Shouty, you just gotta to me, there's no way around it, man. And you just got to understand that, you're just what are you going to pick? Like, it's levels to this, right? Like, it's like, that's my whole point. Like, it's gotten to the point where cheating is now funny in this situation because it's that bad. It's like, this is it is like going to be a Hollywood production on Wednesday. So I want everybody to make sure y'all tune in for that. But one thing I did want to talk about tonight, though, was this, right? Divorce. And the reason why I want to talk about divorce, obviously, because it's something I'm going through. But my question is, and it will just be people in the audience who have been divorced before or who are married now. And I'm not saying that you could potentially be getting a divorce, but when it comes to divorce, is that the only option that is available? And what I mean by that is, we could take my situation, for example, and it's beyond dead. You understand what I'm saying? It's in the grave, kerosene on it. You understand what I'm saying? You done put a couple of bullets. I mean, it's beyond dead, right? But in a normal functioning situation, before divorce is seen as the only option, what else can be done? Some people could say you can go to therapy. Some people could say, therapy, counseling, a separation for a while. You have options before you get to a divorce. In my opinion, I think a divorce honestly should be your last resort, meaning there is no hope whatsoever for reconciliation, because I can just speak personally. In my situation, there is zero hope for reconciliation. And I'll just be honest with you. I'm glad it happened in the way that it happened, like how I know I am, because like for me, it would have been way different. Like my energy on here would have been way different if I had found out these things while they were going on. If I had found out who these other numerous, all these other people were, I don't know how my reaction would have been when I was like deep in the middle of it. But when it comes to divorce, right? I think even though, like I said, it always, not always, but it is seen as a finalization to a relationship, to a marriage, I still think before divorce is brought up, or before divorce is brought into the equation, I think you should exhaust every means possible to keep your marriage together. You should try to do whatever is necessary to maintain and keep your relationship. Because the one thing I'm going to tell you, and I know, but luckily, like I said, I'm poly, so I'm not going to have a single moment. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to have I'm going back. No, it's just she slides out, somebody else slides in, then we keep it moving. But hypothetically, if I was going to go back to monogamy or something like that, and I had to go back into the dating pool, I would dread so much about what's available. And it doesn't mean that there aren't any good women out there, right? It's just, I'm not going to front, man. The thought, when I got married the last time, I told myself, this person has to be somebody beyond just the physical. Like, I have to get along with this person. This person has to be like a friend to me, because like this is supposed to be for the long haul, right? Like this is where when I get up out of here, she's gonna be the one planning it, sitting there baking the fried chicken at the wake, and that's what I thought, right? But it's like when you gotta kind of get out there again, you gotta get in start over mode for the men and the women. It's always, my opinion, especially in today's society, because you got to think about, as a woman, what is out there as far as the men are concerned. You have a lot of men who are influenced by people on the internet, and that's normally a pretty terrible thing, right? Because nobody wants to get quoted YouTubers while you're out on a date. For the men, right? What is out there for you? There are decent women out there, right? But it's all of the other stuff that goes along with it. It's the social media. It's the thirst traps. It's the, now you got to start trying to go back and check history, because you don't want to be out on a date with somebody and, one of her OnlyFans members comes up and said, "Hey, I enjoyed that video you put out yesterday." And you sitting there like, what is he talking about? Oh, don't worry about it. He must be subscribed to my OnlyFans. Yeah. Wish I would have known you had an OnlyFans before I ordered that appetizer, but no, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to slay, because I'd be like, "Oh, you got an OnlyFans, huh?"
Okay, bye.
Because at this point, I ain't gonna be honest with you. That's all I'm waiting on right now. I'm like, Shouty, do you have an OnlyFans? Because I have almost found everything except for an OnlyFans. So I wouldn't even be shocked if she got an OnlyFans right now. I don't know how I would figure that out or look it up, but I will be doing some intense research before Wednesday's show to try to find out if she has one of those two. But once again, if you tune in on Wednesday, it's no more me. It's no more me in quotation marks. If you felt after you watched the first show that I manipulated those men, even though RC Cola John was talking about, oh, you said we was gonna get married and we kissed, and yeah, I remember everything from the show. So it's like, did I really bait him? Was I talking about love, or did I talk about my husband in this scenario, right? And when I talked about that, is that what made RC Cola John upset? Because when I typed in, my husband is my priority, then y'all remember how he responded. But like I said, real quick, man, just getting back to divorce. Like I said, if anybody has ever been through it, it's not an easy situation. It doesn't matter, good, bad, whatever type of relationship you were in, a divorce is never going to be an easy step. So that's why I'm saying, even with what I'm going to, I honestly feel like, one of those options, I'm putting adultery, but, one of those options is like, this marriage is irrevocably broken, right? It's no fixing, it's no coming back. And that's where I'm at right now. There's nothing that can be said. There's nothing that can be done. There is no position, no, like, you know what I mean? Like, the way I look at it is like, regardless of how you felt about me as your husband, whatever, I wouldn't do this to my worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like they say, it's levels to it, but you gotta really understand, like, the darkness in the soul of a person that can do some of the things that y'all are going to see on Friday, on Wednesday. My bad, I don't know, I keep saying Friday. I'm just going to shout out the Worst Podcast on Friday, 8 p.m. Make sure y'all tuned in the building. But yes, it is. Oh my goodness. Like I said, y'all, if y'all thought the first one was wild, well, y'all just see the number, let's get to the number, right? Because remember, I introduced one woman. That was our agreement before we got married. One woman. That's it. I ain't agreed to no other men. But you about to see about 20, 35. Anyway, y'all got to tune in Friday to get that. And then it's going to be one of my themes every single week, just in case y'all didn't know. Just in case you forgot. Breezy told you these hoes ain't loyal. And that's men and women. I'm not gonna sit there and try to make it seem like one is worse than the other, but he told you, man, not loyal at all. Once again, don't worry, girl, Jesus knows you a hoe. Appreciate that, JC. Assets versus liability. It's really that simple. Meaning, the people in your life, are they assets? Are they adding to your life? Or are they liabilities? They're just always looking to take something away and never put something back in. So we got to make sure that we're operating with assets. We got to make sure we leave these hoes alone. And then for those who have had the terrible experience of getting cheated on, especially a man, before you forgive her for cheating, remember that the other dude had her like this. And remember at one point it slipped out and she put it back in. P.S. That dude asked her if she liked it and she said, yeah. So, that's what it is, man. Like I said, I don't have a long show for you tonight because, like I said, there were some other things that I want to do. And then I know my show on Wednesday is going to probably be, with all them receipts, man, probably an hour and some change. So, if RC Cola John or her fake sister want to show up again, I hope so. Because I want to see how you defend it when it ain't after you allegedly left in November. I'm talking about I got 2019 receipts, 2021 receipts. I got family getting blocked receipts. Oh, oh my, as my boy Bird would say, boy, it's gonna get crazy, man. But real quick, like I said, I don't have a long show for you tonight. Don't have a come and talk to me. So let me show you the best thing I saw on the internet real quick. And I think Lil Nas X opened the door. You know, he was not the first gay rapper, but, you know, he kind of opened the door to say, you know, if you're not necessarily hetero, then maybe you can make it in music. So I'm just saying, if we going to let Lil Nas X open the door, then, you know, you got to expect for this to come through.
I know them haters really mad, but I don't do no fuck, cause we still on top. Clock that. Clock that. You better clock that. Yeah. Clock that. You better clock that. See, you better clock that.
Hey, hold on. Clock that. You better clock that. Clock that. You better clock that. T. You better clock that. Hold on. Hey, what you?
Yeah. So yeah, you better clock that, I guess. I don't know. I cut it off because the next person's lyrics were very terrible, and she was just cursing for no reason, and I guess that was all she could do to add her rhymes and stuff together. But yeah, man, we already here, man. So let's go ahead and get to it.
And I am looking at a half-empty bottle of Cavassier, which means that we are just about out of time. But before I go, I'd like to leave you with just one more thought.
So, really, man, I just, like I said, I thank everybody for continuing to support the channel, continue to support what I got going on. Like I said, you're going to be seeing a lot of new content and a lot of new material coming out. It's a lot of stuff going on. But like I said, at the end of the day, man, I just want everybody to, how can I say this? I just want everybody to do what is in their best interest. And what I mean by that is, if you're not benefiting from any type of relationship you have, it could be a friendship, it don't even matter. If there is no benefit to you, then you need to think long and hard about what is the purpose of continuing that relationship. Doesn't mean that, you know, that person has to be like, you know, giving you stuff, or you have to be doing like, it's not about that. It's about what merit does this relationship have? So what I want everybody out there to do is, this is what I'm going to be practicing for until I get up out of here. It's about me right now. You understand what I'm saying? It's about doing what I feel is best for me, period. So certain people who might be around me now, certain people might not be around me in the future. You understand what I'm saying? Because I am thinking that is not going to be the best fit scenario for me. So a lot of times, like I said, we keep people around for extended periods of time. For what? Just so they can continue to disappoint you? No, I'm just saying, like, the people who continuously disappoint us, why do we keep them around? There's no point. Let them go. Let her go. Let them go. And then, you know, like I said, focus on yourself. So, like I said, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Like I said, short show tonight. I'm gonna save all the goodies for Wednesday show. How BBL ruined my marriage, part 2. All the receipts. Me, like I said, everything you're gonna see is her. And like I said, we going back 5, 6. We going back to the very beginning to show that a lot of this was a lie, but hey, you live and you learn, and you keep it moving, man. But like I said, because I found out the way I found out, this is all I got to prevent me from going to jail. You understand what I'm saying? Like this prevent me from, pulling up on certain people like that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, not even like I feel that way, because I feel like me doing something like that, I don't even care that much to to knock RC Cola John out. You know what I mean? I don't like, bro. You can have her. Clearly, everybody else has. So, bro, you got her. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I honestly don't like none of them. From the people you'll find out on Wednesday, like, I don't have no animosity towards any of these dudes because, I mean, if this is the level of woman that y'all want to deal with, and y'all knew what was going on and y'all was cool with it, y'all just nasty, man. That's the only word I can use to describe it. But y'all gonna find out how nasty on Wednesday at 7 p.m. But until then, I've been the Comfort People, Saul G. Y'all be blessed.
Armani, this shit stewy, boy.
LCL.